as seeing my clients every day. And then I had a radio show as well, and I did a lot of TV and radio in those days.
So you were having a very happy life with your abilities?
It was my interest was very involved in finding artifacts, finding sacred sites where I could see the energy of people was still in the energy of that place.
Mm-hmm.
That was more of my interest, because I have very interested in that. I would then limit the amount of people that I would be seeing every week, because I was working very closely with some of the doctors of archaeology and religious studies as well. I did some religious studies where we want to look for artifacts around the world, and then I was working with them. So I would do half of my time would be working with the professors and doctors in archaeology, and half of my time would be then either the radio show. I also had a column in People magazine. I had one of the only columns where people would write into me, and then I would write the answer to them in People magazine. I did that for a couple of years. And then I would do like a psychic live show as well, where they could phone into the show and ask questions. And then I would do an answer for them, only one question at a time. So I'm doing that again here in the UK. I'm doing the same thing on Saturday. I do a Saturday psychic live, and in the comments you can put your question, and then it's for free. You just put your question, and then I answer the question along with the panel of psychic.
Wow, you do that for free? So you have your channel? You do that on YouTube channel or?
YouTube channel, yes, on YouTube channel, Saturday Psychic Live. And we
Psychic
do a
Live.
couple of those shows every
Wow,
month.
for free. So generous.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's been running for free now for about a year and a half or a year and a bit. And if somebody wants to make a donation, that's fine, but you don't have to make a donation.
Mm-hmm.
You just put the question. Obviously, we get 600 questions, sometimes more. I will get through as many questions as I can, because it's only a 1.5 hour show. We'd answer as many questions as we can, but sometimes we don't get to answer all of them.
Thank you. So you were with other people on that off-world facility. You said you were, other people were there. Do you
Yes.
still remember them, or do you ever meet them on this planet Earth?
Yes, I've only ever met, in all the time that I've been back, I've only met three others that I recognized. There was one was a young boy. He was small, age 8, and his name was, he had big teeth, very big teeth, very big teeth. And I had thought that he looked like a beaver with the teeth. So I to make him smile, because he was very upset. So to make him smile, his real name is Joey. And I said to Joey, I'm going to call you Joey Beaver Boy. So he was laughing and he was smiling. Brilliant. So, and a few years ago, Joey recognized me and he sent me a message, know you, but know you as Cease, because that's what they call me on the facility. And I met with him and I said, "Oh, you Beaver Boy." So he said, "Yes, I remember you calling me Beaver Boy because of my teeth." So I said to him, "I'm pleased to see you've grown now. You're big. You're an adult. You're big. Your teeth fit now in your mouth."
He was happy. He's happy. This joy.
He was much happier, yes. And I speak to him, a couple of times in a month now.
Okay, so
We're
he's
speaking a lot about-
American, or is he British? Or
He's America. Yeah, he's in America. He lives near the desert. So yeah, he lives there. He's a very lovely young man.
so the other two are what nationalities?
The other two, one of the ladies, there's a French lady, and the other person is is a Japanese lady.
Oh, the lady you talked about, Linda.
Yes, Linda. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, so they're all, you recognize them still here on
We
planet.
recognized each other.
Oh,
Yeah, we
great,
recognized each
great.
other.
You should become like a best friends.
Well, with Joey, yes, I've become best friends.
Mhm.
And with Linda, yes, I've become best friends with her because we share a lot of common history.
Okay, thank you. So, do you miss the off-world facility?
I miss the individuals. There were some individuals that were assigned to looking after me. I miss them because we were everyone was very close, and you had a level of protection, which I had a personal protection officer that was looking after me. So I miss the knowing that I was 100% safe in that facility. Also, that facility is very well organized, very safe. Everybody has food, everybody has clothes, everybody has water, everybody has a place to sleep. And I missed the fact that what we see in today's world, where there are people that don't have enough food, or they don't have a house, or they don't have clothes. I think that is very sad. So that is what I miss, the fact that there is a place on the facility where there is nobody that goes without. That is something to miss, because it's a very good space to be in.
I've never been off words. So this facility is huge or
It's huge, very, very big. There's many layers to it. There's about 3 or 4 different layers. And you have a layer that is got where the royals arrive, or the ambassadors. It's in an area that is created for them. They have a totally different area because they're worried about being cast.
sorry, I
It's
couldn't
you're
get that.
not always allowed
They're worried about what?
secrets,
Okay.
secrets that the ambassadors or the royal people might be talking about.
Okay.
So it is in a separate area.
Yeah, yeah.
So they keep them very safe
Mhm.
because they're visiting. Then they have another area, which is the area for anybody who is working or wants to go and go swimming, or go and eat, or just go and relax. They have another big area for that. And then towards the bottom, they have the different cargo bays, which is a bay just for cargo, which is the area that workers like me, as a worker, just a worker, we would enter through the working area. So because we were all working, we were not allowed to enter the top areas because we were just working there.
Can you tell me really how big it is? Is it like a town or a big city or
Um, it's the same size as a planet.
planet?
Mhm.
Wait. So you mean you can't go from one end to the other walking? It's too.
Not walking. No, not walking. You'd have to take a shuttle or a craft. It's huge.
You mean inside the facility there's a craft inside the
A
facility?
shuttle. It's a shuttle.
Oh, shuttle.
It's a
Not
shuttle.
like airplane, just a shuttle.
No, not an airplane, but it's a just a craft that runs on. It runs like that, where there's a magnet, and
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is a magnet, and it runs above the magnet.
Wow. So have you been from one end to the other because you were there for a long time?
I was there for 20 years. I have been to most of the areas, depending on where I was sent, because your orders could be this week, could be somebody that's in what they call general population. So that will be the one in the middle, where everybody goes for swimming, for eating, for games, for enjoyment, for entertainment. I mean, they have a big area where they have singing, and they have different beings that will come and sing on the stage. Beautiful singing. So they have that. They have another area which is just water, with fountains and lakes and swimming
Lakes,
and
like a natural lake.
It's not natural, it's created. It's a created lake.
It looks like natural lake.
It looks like natural, and it even moves. It moves. It has like little waves because they have at the bottom, they have what they call a wave machine, which is a machine that makes the waves go like this. You can hear shh. Very nice.
So
very nice.
Do you have soil and trees and vegetable growing and fruit?
They have all of that. The vegetable growing and the food growing for other beings, because not everybody eats vegetables, that is further down. It's more towards where we're allowed to come in from the cargo bay. That's so the first ones are obviously the elites, and then you have the others. But underneath that is the workers, the area for the hospital, the area for food growing and production. So that will be all of that. And then underneath that is like looking after the crafts, looking after the mechanical pieces, the people that were cooking, that sort of thing is right at the bottom.
Yes, thank you. So you said that this is scientific facility. So most of the people there are like you that have been recruited and working. So there's not like
workers. Yeah, the workers. I was just a worker. So I was recruited. They do a lot of recruitment here on Earth because, we are ones that are we're good warriors and we're very good at our job. We're very dedicated, very loyal. We do our work with our hearts. So they do a lot of recruitment here on Earth, and then they'll take people back. And because they have the technology to age regress or age progress you, it's very easy for the human organics to be progressed or to be regressed. So for humans, there's a lot of humans. There's other beings as well. I had met other beings, very strange ones, but they were also asked, would you like to work at the facility? And you can say no if you want to. Don't have to say yes. So there's a lot of different human beings from different continents that are there.
So, sorry. So how do you communicate there with the language?
The language, because you have this, it's a band that goes around your neck. On the neck, it has a facility to translate anything that it can hear from speaking or from your mind. It will translate it, and then you will be able to either, if it's plugged into the back of your ear, which some of them are, they are what they call bone anchored. They're anchored to the bone here at the back, this bony piece. If it's bone anchored, it will send the message to the back of your ear, directly into your ear, and you will hear it. If you're not bone anchored, I didn't want the bone anchored one. I had the necklace, and it has your number on it. So my number was on mine, and all of my tunics, my working clothes, it had my number, which is 126694. That is my number. So it would have that on there, and that piece here would be. Also, it has on the necklace, it has a facility to track your health. So what is your heart doing? What is your breathing doing? How are you managing? If you're going to have a heart attack or there's a problem, it will come up. And it also has a facility on the necklace that if you try and run, or if somebody wants to take you away with them and steal you, will also send a signal.
But is there any crime on that facility?
No, not really. The worst you have is, which is why they have it in the slave tag, is male or female that somebody had fallen in love with, they will try to steal you. There is a lot of those. But as far as anything else goes, there was a little bit of stealing, but small things, not big things. It's more around the crime, I think, is more about the people coming to the facility to meet other beings and make a plan to undertake some crimes off that area on another planet. It wasn't on there particularly. Very well run.
But you just said slave tag, but you're not slave, right?
That tag means that you are.
You are slave? That doesn't sound nice.
You know, I was the one who made the decision to help understand what was I doing, where would I personally make a difference. That's why they give you the choice. They give you free will. You can either say, yes, I will actively go and work on that planetoid and get you the information that you want. They tell you you will have to actively go into slavery. You will have to agree to be a slave, because being a slave in that environment means that whatever you hear, the people that are talking and the beings that are talking, it doesn't matter what that you are there. It's like you are a nothing because you're just a slave. It's almost like if you were serving them food or serving them drinks or serving them whatever, it doesn't matter what you are hearing from them speaking, because they know that life means nothing. And whatever you hear, don't think that you're going to take that information back to the bosses and tell them.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Usually our life here, we have like dream and some enthusiasm always in our life. How did you feel for 20 years? You think you were serving the humanity, doing what you're doing?
For me, to make it worthwhile, for me personally, I felt that I was doing something that even if one small piece of my information was going to make a difference to humanity, then for me personally, that would be worthwhile. Plus, what also made it a lot easier for me was that the security detail, the security person, one of the persons that had been assigned to stand outside my door to watch over me 24 hours a day. Not that they have days. You don't even know if it's a day or a night. It's just keeps going. That person would stand outside my door, and that person I became in those 20 years, I became very close to that person, because that person saved my life many times, and many times managed to drag me out and take me down to the hospital bay in enough time so that they could save me. Because a few times, maybe I wasn't pouring the drink properly, or maybe I wasn't giving the food, but one of the beings just with the very big hands and claws just hit me to say, I don't even know, because I would black out. And so they took me to the hospital. But the person that was my protection person picked me up and took me down to the hospital bed very quickly, immediately. There's no repercussions because you are disposable.
Okay. Thank you. So you were on this facility for 20 years. You didn't go to any like Mars or Moon or like Tony Ceres or any other planet?
I went twice. One place I went was where I'd met Joey again. He was bought by the dwarf mantis being, and he went to the DNA facility, which is not on that planetoid. It is somewhere else. And they had said, we're going to go to pick up. They had some new DNA samples of plants, which were a specific plant which would grow at the bottom in the food bay. They were going to grow this particular plant, which was like a special food for, I think it was either royals or the ambassadors, the ones at the top. So we were going there. I went to that one. And then I went to one of the other planets, which was quite an interesting one. And it was just those 2 times because they asked me to go with the person who was going there to collect the DNA sample, which was plants. It was like a tray of plants, lots of plants. And when I went there, Joey Beaver Boy was there. He was there, which was really nice to see him.
So you don't even know the name of the planets that you visited?
I have an idea of what it could have been.
Oh, I see.
I have an idea. I don't know what it's called because I was never told, but it looked like when we came down, because we had to wait to dematerialize. So you drop from space through the different layers of the planet, and then you get to that area, and then it dematerializes so that you can see the craft. And as you come in, it just had a big dome over the top, and all of the buildings and everything was very bright, almost looked like glass. But I personally ended up calling it the Crystal City because I didn't know what it was called, and I just thought it looks like a crystal because it looked like glass. It wasn't glass.
Okay.
It looked like that.
Okay.
But I don't know what it was called.
Okay. It must be interesting for you if you can get together with like Tony Rodriguez or people that have similar experiences and really talk about it, then you might get more memory back and right? Do you do that?
Yes, well, in May last year, 2025, it was very interesting because I felt that we had an energy that was very similar. And I did say to him at the time, please be careful when you return home because there is an energy there where I think there's a level of infiltration. So I said to him, please, your energy is telling me for you to be very careful when you return home. So we chatted for a bit. So yes, there is a connection between individuals that have spent a lot of time off world in doing their 20&Return cycles. Yeah.
I think you were right. I think Tony did have something when he returned.
Oh, right. I didn't know. Okay.
I don't know. I can't talk about it, but I think he's also attacked a lot because he's giving out very precious informations.
I would imagine he would be, yes. And yeah, I think he was in a very different area. He definitely wasn't a slave, but he was very definitely doing a lot of very good work. And I think individuals would want to make sure that he doesn't say too much.
So, in your case, you don't have any contacts now since you returned.
With Tony?
No, with the planet beings.
Oh no, the planet beings, I have contact with them all the time.
And I mean, not humans, but other beings?
Yes, I've had contact since I was 3. So I've had 60 years of contact with the same beings.
What kind of being is that?
The ones that were on the craft, the ones that saved me. The main one, his name is Da'a. And Da'a. And Da'a is the one that I've been speaking to for 63 years.
Oh, sorry. Can you spell his name?
It's D-A-A-R, Da'a.
So you know what species is this Da?
He is part Lyran originally, but he has spent most of his time in the scientific craft.
So what does he look like? Is he a humanoid or?
I don't think. Well, he has 2 arms and 2 legs. That's a plus.
2 legs and 2 arms.
2 legs, 2 arms, and he's very tall. He's very tall. He has a very long face, and he has, I think because he's been inside the craft for so long, he doesn't have the original color that he was before, but he seems just quite pale. And he always wears the same clothes. He has the same outfit on. He just wears the scientific robes. That's all he wears. So he's not as scary. He's not scary. He's very quiet. He speaks quietly. He reminds me more of a priest or a monk. He has that, that lovely energy of the monks. He has that way about him.
So you weren't in the battleship, so You didn't really feel like a battle or war. It's more like really
No.
scientific sense.
No, I never had anything to do with anything like that. It has always been the scientific vessel and looking at which planets would offer a good base to be terraformed, which planets would be the planets where either humans could settle or other species could settle, because that is
Wow.
what the craft does. That craft goes from place to place to look for the Goldilocks planet. What is the perfect planet? The right length away from the central sun, the right temperature, the right size, the right basis. So earth, water, sky, air. That is what they do. They don't participate at all. Their scientific vessel, they don't participate in wars.
If that scientific vessel appear above our sky, can
Mm.
you describe what that would look like?
It has a flat bottom,
Mm-hmm.
because the bottom engagement area at the bottom, it opens,
Mm-hmm.
and that is where the egg comes
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So if they need to collect a sample, like me,
Mm-hmm.
or one of the other children,
Mm-hmm.
or a cow, or a camel, or a lion, or something, or a deer. They have taken 4 deer. Last time I saw 4 deer was on the craft, 4, a male and 3 females and a baby female, which was interesting to see deer on the ship. Oh, okay.
But they're not
So
going to kill the deer. They're going to return the deer, I hope.
no, they took them to a different facility. They took them to a different planet.
Oh, poor dear.
That's why they took 4. But there was a family. It was a
Oh,
family.
family.
So they
Okay,
took the
good.
whole family, and
Okay,
they took them to another planet that did not have deer on it,
okay.
but had trees and water and everything that we have here in a forest. They
Wow.
had there. So their egg came down,
Mm.
took the deer, put them on there, and then took them to the new planet. The same as what they did with me. They took me in the egg, like the other children,
Okay.
put us all together in the unit where we were all sitting on the floor playing with toys, and spoke to each of us to see if we would like to work with them to help.
So is the planet Earth round? Because
The
people
Earth
talk
is
about
round,
flat
yes.
Earth.
No, it's not flat. The Earth is round,
Mhm,
but it also has another energy field
mhm,
around the Earth
mhm,
as
mhm,
well.
mhm.
And then when you move out of that, there is another energy field around the Earth.
Yeah,
And then you get to space,
yeah.
which is the best way I can explain it, is like being underwater.
Oh, the space is like being underwater.
Sounds like underwater because what you hear is I didn't expect it to be like that. I thought it would be, I was a bit immature. I thought it would be like walking through a forest, but it's not. It's like swimming in the ocean.
I
Very different.
see. Wow. Thank you. Sorry. So, lots of people now are really interested in disclosure. People
Mhm.
say, when's the real official disclosure going to happen because of the Epstein files? I think recently they found some very interesting email or document related to the UFO disclosure. And
Yes.
do you have any idea when, there's going to be more disclosure that people will be more interested in this kind of story?
I think full disclosure will be 2070, but I think that the next 2 years for humans is
What?
going to be so important for us.
Sorry, did you say 20?
70.
That's that's so
Mm.
future.
That's full disclosure.
Oh, I can't wait till then. I want it
It's
to
not that
happen
far
this
away.
year. Hmm?
That far away. Remember, up until then, we have got lots of information that will be coming out for human society every year. It has to ramp up. It can't be all at once. It's not possible.
No. Gradually.
It has to be gradually. So, we're starting from last year now. There was disclosure. Now this year, even more. And this year is going to be huge with the information that's coming out. And then we will have more and more disclosure every year. It will become more obvious, like we know in Japan, Mount Fuji has many extraterrestrials and energy signatures on Mount Fuji. There are things across all of Japan where there is amazing energy signatures. And, you will find that there are those that can see that energy and will see the changes, because these are the mountains that the extraterrestrials are using to come to, because they're used to that coordinate, that space, Mount Fuji, that energy from Mount Fuji is very obvious, as well as other areas across the world.
So you said you can remote view, international remote viewer. So that's the reason why you can remote view Japan.
Yes, this is why. And also there are some families in Japan that I have done work for over the years that have asked about their ancestral ties to the first king, the first emperor, the first people, and to see whether they are directly related. So that was very interesting. So yes, there are some of your royalty within Japan who are directly related to off-world beings.
Oh, yeah. Because in Japan, we say God, but actually, the God came down from heaven and created Japan. But that's actually, I think, it's not God, but it's extraterrestrial. So.
Yeah, right. You are right. Yes, you are absolutely right. And some of the original emperors are directly related to DNA from off-world beings.
But aren't we all related to off-world beings? Everybody? Every human?
Some, but not all. When I was researching this about 15, 20 years ago, there are some that don't have that direct correlation with off-world DNA. Japan, for me personally, Japan has always been the top of the connection.
Oh.
Because all of your emperors and your royalty and everything has captured all of the handwritten information. And if you go back, you can see that some of the ancient writings of the emperors talks about the dragons, talks about people coming from the sky. If I understood with the person who was translating for me, she had said that this is what the text had said. And I said, to me, that makes sense.
Wow.
Because off-world, the Japanese people's off-world, they are very involved with various planets, and they still have a very strong connection to off-world.
Oh, thank you. So I think maybe another time privately I would pay and I will ask for reading. Can you do it with Zoom?
Yes, I can do it with
really?
Zoom. Yes, and if you have an animal as well, we can look at the animals, both those that are here and those that are past.
So is it, if my follower of this channel wants to do that, they can, but you must be fully booked or how?
No, I'm not fully booked at the moment. I'm only taking half of clients because I'm busy finishing the book at the moment.
Oh, I see.
Because I have a deadline. So this is what I'm doing. I'm writing, right? And you've done books. You know how it's not the writing, it's the editing. The editing takes, they come back and say, oh, you must edit this, you must edit that, or put more information here or more. Oh my goodness, it takes a long time to edit.
But you finished writing.
I finished writing. I'm just busy with the edits now. The edits, and then I wanted the cover. The cover is done. I can send you the cover if you want to see it.
So you're using a publisher? You're not doing it directly, but you're using publisher.
I'm going with KDP, so it's Amazon
Direct.
publishing, but I do have an editor that used to do, she was an editor for magazines, and she did a lot of work, and she understands this genre, and so I'm
Okay.
using her.
That's
She's my
great.
editor.
But
Yeah,
that's
she's
great.
really
But you get more money if you go direct.
I'm going to go direct. Yes, I made a mistake. My first 2 books that I did, I signed with a publisher, and the rate, the percentage was very, very low. So I decided this time, even if it takes me a bit longer, I will direct publish, because at least that way we are in control of our own work.
Well, all my books, I've written already maybe 30 or, many, but all my books, I go through publisher and it's less than 10%. So
I know, right? I think I
we
only
don't
got
get, we don't,
12% on one of them. One of them I got 12%. And then the other one before that was like you, 10%.
yeah, there's
But
that's in Japan, that's 10% is maximum, even if you're bestseller. So,
wow.
we don't get much money writing books. So we have to do something else
Oh my
to
goodness.
earn living.
Wow. Well, then you
Um,
must maybe consider going KDP, because Kindle Direct Publishing with Amazon,
mhm.
you get 93%.
Oh, I see. Yes, I had a friend who's 88 years old, a
Oh,
gentleman in Japan, and he did that on Kindle, and he became number one in 3 categories.
yeah.
And
And I think you could become that as well. Yeah, I think it's a good one. And if you're interested, you can even translate my book into Japanese as well.
okay, thank you. Yes, yes. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
I think it
already.
will be.
It's okay for a little bit more questions.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you talk, if do you know anything about galactic federations?
I had heard the Galactic Federations, but I'd also heard about the Council of Nine, the
Mhm.
Council of 12, the Elder. There's a lot of different organizations that visit the planetoid, the facility. They come and they have meetings there. They come from all over, and they meet at the facility. There was a record that because we are workers, we had to make sure that we knew what is the symbol for the peacekeepers, because they have peacekeepers. What is the symbol for the peacekeepers? Who is Galactic Federation? What does their suit look like? What do they wear? Who is the top and who is the next one? So we had to learn, basically we had to learn who were the ambassadors, because it changes every 5 years or so. Who is the royalty? Even the Draco royalty, you're not allowed to, on the facility, you're not allowed to discriminate against the more warlike beings like the Draco, the Sikara. The others, you can't. You have to be the same with everybody, because the facility is a peaceful zone. Is you going to the zone to meet, to enjoy entertainments, to enjoy political or anything else. It's just there for entertainment. So you have to be equal to everybody, even though 1 or 2 people are not so great. You can't. So when we would have the briefing sessions, they would say to us, you've got the Council of 12 this week. They are holding a meeting on whichever floor. This level, you will have Sikara. They're over there. You have that in the area where the water is, where the waterfall and the lake. You have the amphibians, the ones that live in water. They are coming. There's like 6 in their party or 12 in their party. So every week they would tell you, you would then see who it is that's coming. So you would know the Galactic Federation would come to use the facility for meetings, or use the facility to meet with others that are coming in. So that's the only real time that I saw when they were scheduled, that we had to look after them.
Thank you. Wow. So, you still have regular contact with Dar. So,
Yes.
what does he say? Or is it he, right? It's a,
It is a, yeah, he is a he, and he has a long, which is a female person, being, which he's not with. He's mainly on the craft. He goes sometimes back to wherever she is, but they have been mated as long-term mates for centuries. So
uh,
it works differently there.
so sorry. So, how does Dar contact you? Telepathy or?
I will. Sometimes he will do a direct download, but sometimes he will say to me, and it's always at the worst time. It'll either be 3 o'clock in the morning, or 3:30, or 4 o'clock in the morning, and he will say, "Oh, we have come past Ceton, which is what they call it. We're in Ceton. We're in your area. If you go outside and stand outside and look up, you'll see us." So
You
I
do
have
that?
loads of photographs and video of him in the craft being up there. So he'll just come and make himself known, and then he will leave.
Wow, you have that photograph. So many.
Yeah.
Wow, please show
Oh,
me the next time
I
afterwards.
will send you on my phone. I've got my
Yay.
phone.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Wow.
I will send you the last contact with him was on, I think it was Wednesdays, either Tuesday or Wednesday this week.
Sorry, so is it he that said that the full disclosure is going to happen in 2070?
He is the one that said this is what the plan is at the moment. That is the plan.
So we're not going to be able to use the space technology yet?
We were able to use
Like free
technology, yes.
energy and Medbed?
Medbeds you will be able to use within the next 2 years.
Really? That's the exciting news. Everybody would love that. So did you get the information
Yes,
from
there is
Don?
already. Yes, I had said that within the next 2 years, the Medbed will be available
Everywhere?
on Ceton, on Earth.
Even in
Not
Japan?
everywhere, in some places.
Japan?
Well, Japan has great technology. Your technology in Japan is fantastic. So I am expecting that Japan, I think there'll be one in Japan, one in America. I think there will be one in China, and then later one in Australia.
You mean facility, not the medbed. There'll be more.
I
Facility.
think there'll be more, but
Yeah.
the facilities where you can access it will be those of the
One is not enough. We have to have 100.
We do, but I think initially the medical clinical facilities of Earth will be saying, this is woo woo and it won't work, but actually it does work. So it'll take at least a year or 2 years for the general population to be believing in the technology. So it takes a while because it's all vibrational, energetics, and frequency.
Wow, you want to use one, right?
I have used one already.
You did on planet Earth or in that science?
Not on Earth. Not on Earth. No, I didn't use one on Earth. There isn't one.
The science.
The one that was on the facility, there was one. Yes, there was one that I needed to use when I was hit. When I was hit by that,
Wow.
when I was injured, I was taken to the hospital
Mhm.
and put back together. But then I was put into a med bed to re-energize and to get well again. So they have many med beds on the facility.
Sorry. Thank you. Wow. So I don't know if it's according to Tao or your psychic ability or remote viewing. How do you feel the Earth? This is Epstein file all coming out, and I believe that Trump and the Earth Alliance, the White Hats, are really working hard on this planet Earth. The deep military bases and rescuing children. And how do you feel that when all this is going to be really finished, DS really collapsing, and we
I
can.
think I think that the DS collapse of the DS is still going to take a while, but I do know that there's a lot of information that's coming out, and now with the previous Prince Andrew being arrested today, and he will, and I had said this already in an interview a couple of months ago. I had said that he would be arrested and that there would be some charges that come against him, where he has been passing on secret information to Epstein and other people around Epstein. So that will be part of disclosure. So initially, I think, where you have the disappearance of young people and you have the issues with, CSA and other horrible things that happen to children, that is still going to take some time to come out. It will come out, but it's going to take at least the next 2 to 3 years for all of the information to become available. And it will start, and it did start with the Epstein files. And then the Epstein fallout will be hurting people like Mendelssohn, like the previous Prince Andrew, now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. All of that is now happening according to plan, and that will be ramping up. You will see over the next few months, it's going to be in the news pretty much for the next year solidly, because there will be a lot of people that are going to have to run because their names are going to appear. Like, you've got people like Tony Blair. You have other various lords that are in the document. There's 300 names that are in the Epstein files. It's not saying that all of them have does some wrongdoing, but I would say that more than half of those names have got some wrongdoing that have to be evidenced and will have to be looked at more closely by the police.
So President Trump is working with other leaders, world leaders, with this Earth Alliance that people really don't know about, and to take down the DS all over the world.
I believe that he is. I don't really know. I don't know him personally.
Mm-hmm.
I only know his office because the office provides financial assistance, shall we say, for when we have located a child, because I work with a lot of the organizations that are finding missing children.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, we only did last year. We managed 13 children last year, 2025.
Wow.
So this year we are hoping we can make it a bit more than 13, maybe 15, maybe 20. But we do have somebody in the government that provides financial assistance. So if there is there was a couple of the children last year that there was a value of money put on the head of the child, and they said, we want X amount of money for this child. We will not release this child unless we get paid.
Oh.
So the group that I work with spoke to the Oval Office, and we were given the money. They took the money to the people that had the child, gave the money, scooped up the child, got her back into America. She was American, or she is American, and she was put straight into hospital. So, and that's all the hospital fees, all the travel fees, everything is covered by, we have a number of benefactors, that people that give money to the organization very carefully, just to help the children be brought back home.
Oh, how lovely. Because the parents may not have that money.
The parents don't have the money. I mean, the most, out of the 13 children, 12 of the children were from families. There was no way that they could have paid the money to
there's a benefactor. Oh, how lovely. How loving. And you were directly involved in that. How
they
lovely.
are lovely. Yeah, they are lovely. And, the benefactors, 2 of them are very, very famous, very, very famous. But they give the money and they just say, please, it's anonymous donation. Please do not mention my name. So we don't. But yeah, the 2 are very famous actors, and the one is one that works in the White House.
So that must be President Trump.
It's not Trump. It's somebody that works with him.
Okay, so that really shows that President Trump is really, white hat, and he is working for the humanity.
I think he's trying to do his very best, and
Yeah.
there are a lot of very unusual negative energies, dark ones that are here at the moment that are trying really hard to make things as difficult as they can for getting information out, and they're sowing a lot of disinformation. They are trying really hard to stop a lot of individuals from making a difference.
You mean dark energy? You know exactly who?
I think we have some ideas of individuals that have been infiltrated and that have, that would prefer humanity to stay and remain in the dark and remain without knowledge and not become awakened. There are a lot of those. And some of them, unfortunately, are in very high places, and people look to them to think, oh, what is this person doing? But some of them do not have the good for humanity as a peoples. When we start seeing ourselves as humanity as in the whole of the earth and not as separate people in different continents, then we will be able to act as one. At the moment, we are not acting as one, we are acting as continental divide. So we have continents of peoples. But when the whole of the earth comes together as one, that will make the biggest difference.
Yes, I really believe that everybody should wake up. And,
Yes.
and I always tell them that we're fighting the DS. We're not fighting with China. We're not fighting with, countries, because there's lots of good Chinese people,
Yes.
So,
Hi.
But you speak Japanese. So we really should really wake up and hold hands together and fight the evil ones. But anyway, thank you very much. It was so long interview, and you gave so much information that no one can give. You're so special.
Okay.
You're so special. So maybe next time privately, I'm going to ask you for that pet communication and other things.
Well, yes.
Thank you. So, thank you. Do you have any message for the Japanese people?
Oh, for the Japanese people, yes. For the Japanese people, I will say you are very blessed as a nation of people, because you have peace in your time, and you have a culture and a way where you are blessed to everyone have what you need. But now is the time for everyone to look further, to look within themselves, and to understand there is more to life. You've been blessed and you're taken care of, but now you can look to your soul and understand, what would you like to do? Where would you like to awaken? And how would you like to see yourself in the future?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Miyoko-san.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Okay.
チャンネル登録と高評価をお願いします。